Ninja Scroll. Still like one of my all-time favorite.
Alright, what got me into anime is Dragon Ball Z. It was one of the things that brought my family together and everything, you know. We all grew up on it, so we had all the PS2 games, all that junk. And then years later, in high school, one of my friends showed me Tokyo Ghoul. I'm like, hey yo, it's kind of edgy, but I kind of like that. And then from there, it was just a spiral down into the weed hole. But I'm here, and I'm happy about it.
For me, for getting into anime, I haven't like watched any Dragon Ball or even just like watched like in the 90s type of anime. At around like 10, I actually started streaming like on Netflix, and so one of my first anime I actually watched was actually One Punch Man. But after that, when going down the road, one of my disappointments of watching an anime, my second anime, is High School DxD. Yes, it fits. But after that, I actually started to, I made a lot of friends along the way, so they introduced me to certain certain animes like Dr. Stone, JoJo, Naruto, even like a little bit of Dragon Ball with it, but I still haven't started it yet, so please don't get mad at me at that. Don't blame me.
It's never too late.
We all know about the anime. We all know. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end.
For me, my first anime to get me started, I guess I'd say two, and they're tied for first, really my favorite, would be Naruto and DBZ. For DBZ, it really like showed me, like everybody else, like pretty much the way of the weeb of just dedicating myself to just more stuff and improving my life. And for Naruto, it was, I think, pretty much like everybody else, like Toonami, waking up at 9 o'clock or whatever, or like 10 o'clock, and then just hearing the old OG Naruto Part 1 intro play and being like, I don't know what this show's about, but like ninjas, I'm about it. And then from then on, like everybody else, it sent me down that giant black hole known as anime.
I'm a little bit different from everyone here, but I grew up watching anime. My first anime was by My Neighbor Totoro. I watched it when I was 3 years old. And I watched Doraemon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, City Hunter, and tons of other animes. When I was 6 was when I really started watching it. But over now, I've seen over 600 shows. So, yeah, that's how I got into anime. And my favorite anime would be Dragon Ball, and yeah, so that's my little answer to that question.
Thank you. Okay. So my first anime was actually Kami-sama Kiss. It's a really good one. I'm all about that romance comedy animes. It's so good. You guys should totally watch it if you guys haven't. Kami-sama Kiss?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Alright, mine is like more different than everyone for some reason. So mine was Yu-Gi-Oh!, Beyblade, Bakugan. Am I missing?
Digimon?
Digimon, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I think I'm missing something. And then like it was like other ones I was playing. And then when I was younger, my friends, when it was Beyblade was so popping. Now I don't know what year, I forgot what year it was, but it was so popping that me and my friends in the neighborhood, we will collect Beyblades. Like, if you lose, you have to give up your Beyblade. That was the rule in the apartment area. If you play Beyblades, you would have to give up your Beyblade. So I would have damn near everybody's Beyblades. Just keep left and right. I just kept on going, bro. And then until like the street lights come on, that's when you gotta go home. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, but other than that, yeah. So that's what got me really into anime. And until this day, I feel like my favorites would be DBZ, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
Really?
So my first anime, so funny story, I was a freshman in college and my friend who I was friends with, she was like, hey, have you ever seen Fairy Tail? And I was like, and I was like, no, I've never heard of that. At that point in time, I'd never really been exposed to anime too much. But then one day I was sitting in a library doing literally nothing. And I just turned on Fairy Tail and I started literally watching it on Kiss Anime.
Yeah.
I also did the whole like YouTube thing, like it hurts. That 7 part like episodes, absolutely terrible. That's how I got into anime. I really love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is one of my favorites, but my top is probably 7 Deadly Sins. I've got the tattoo to prove it.
So, next question, since we're all content creators, cosplayers, next question I'm going to have is, what have been some successful things you've done in your content field creation? Such as, a good example, it could be a cosplay that you made that just flourished, it could be a video that you guys created, or even a post such as so forth. For me, for example, Heat-On's been a very popular thing for me, and if you're on TikTok, if you're in the anime community, I made a very provocative video, and it kind of did a lot. So I'm kind of known for that.
OnlyFans.
No. Let's just say, I did the joke, how you get stuck in a washer.
What are you doing?
And I probably made somebody's fan film with Kakuzu and Heat-On come true. So I'm going to start with you.
So I would say, for me, I'm most proud of my Star vs. the Forces of Evil cosplay, Star Butterfly, because that was the very first cosplay I ever did that I actually made a prop for. And I made her star bag that she kind of carries around with her all the time. I made it out of EVA foam, and I will never forget it because it was one of the greatest experiences of my life, just having that sense of accomplishment. Get the most out of it.
Okay, so for me, mine will have to be like, so you know how like when you're younger, like you would make stuff like randomly? So I would make stuff randomly, like if I find something or whatever, I would make it, and it would be so cool because I made the sword from Legend, Link's the Hyrule Blade. So I did that one, and the shield, I made some, I had some nails to make it in, and then, to do all details, but that was my very first cosplaying Link, and Link was, not gonna lie, was my favorite character. So just making that and it feel like I accomplished something, like it felt great to like, you feel like you completed something, So yeah, just to complete something.
I have to agree on that, because again, cosplay, if you guys are good at crafting, wigs, anything like that, I have a lot of respect for that, because it is not easy, it is an art.
Alright, so I actually have 2 cosplays that went semi-viral, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty ashamed of it. So Reddit, am I right? Reddit, I love Reddit, right? I love Reddit.
Your youngest 100.
I may or may have. Yeah. So I actually first went viral because of my Watson cosplay. It wasn't like finished all the way, but it was kind of something nice to show. I posted it on the Watson Mains Reddit thread, and I got some very interesting comments, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the internet. It's
a lot.
It's the internet.
Yes, the internet. But yeah, luckily, I mean, it was fine. Everybody was really nice. You sometimes get weird comments, but just ignore those. That was great. And then my other cosplay that went viral was my Rias cosplay from High School DxD. So Reddit, again. I am honestly pretty ashamed, not gonna lie. But I was able to get some sponsorships from cool Epic Cosplays, which is pretty cool. They posted one of my pictures on their Instagram and showed off the wig I styled, and it was pretty cool. Thank you.
For me, I would think it was when I got invited to do a convention for the first time. I did Carmichael Comic Con 2 months ago, and I actually had a bit of a line. I don't know why, but it was fun. Another thing that I thought was pretty successful that I did was putting a Naruto cosplay together right before second, like 2 hours beforehand. So I was like at 12 o'clock at night going to Walmart, figuring out what I was supposed to do. Got the jacket from Spirit, so that was pretty fun. And doing a demo for Bang Zoom Dub. So, yeah.
So, I was about to say, I'm in like such killer bee mode, like I can't even like hold a mic normal, like it'll just proper. I'm just not gonna be like. But for me, I would say, at least for me, I would say everything really. So from the viral TikToks that have like gone just viral a little bit on TikTok is like gone a long way. Yeah, for me, it's a little bit. And then for just cosplays in general, like for this cosplay, this was a cosplay that was made by another cosplay mutual of mine that I ran into at a separate con in LA, and he was like, I made it for like one photo shoot like 8 years ago or whatever, and it's just sitting in my closet collecting dust. So he like sent it to me, and since then it's been such like a fan favorite, like where like with the specific con, I can't really even like bring him, or I can't worry about just not bringing him, because I mean it's just everyone has such a great time just with this cosplay and yeah, just everything. So with the most successful things, I would say it's been being a part of this amazing panel, meeting my followers, just being in cosplay in general, and meeting new friends and people, just everything in general.
For me, I actually like to make my own type of like cosplays. Usually it's just the accessories. Usually I buy the clothing first, and then if whatever I don't like about like the accessories, like for example, I actually got my first Tanjiro cosplay, and then I really want to make the actual box so I'm able to carry my stuff in, and I actually did succeed, and I actually made over 6 boxes for the rest of for whoever actually was buying them. My first customer was actually Anthony, right over there. He actually liked the box, and then he actually tried it out himself, and he said he wanted one. So I'm like, okay, I can hook you up with one. So that's actually kind of one of my successes. And another thing for me as a cosplayer, I like to actually go and actually when I meet voice actors, I like to dress up as the character, so in a way they kind of like have the appreciation, like, oh my god, there's a fan that actually dressed up as the character for me, you know, give that little upsy for them to actually go along with their way, because when they see that, it goes long ways for them. For like one of my first videos that I actually posted on TikTok, I was hanging out with Chris, who was actually voicing as from Ainzu Gong from Overlord. And I dressed up as Pandora's actor, and we interacted to each other, and it was actually kind of pretty cool. And I actually got I didn't expect it to have so many views. I actually got 26.6K views on it. I was like, woo! That was actually one of my best videos out there so far. But I hope I can keep on going for this.